Alright, let's get right into it. Before we dive deep into the world of digital money, I want to give you something for free. Seriously, I've put together a crypto safety quick start guide just for you. It's a simple one-page checklist that cuts through all the noise and gives you the exact steps to keep your investments safe. To get it, all you have to do is subscribe to the newsletter. You'll get that guide sent to your inbox instantly. Plus, you'll get weekly insights from me on how to build wealth, save money, and make smart financial decisions. It's a no-brainer. This is your first step towards understanding a massive shift in finance, and I want to make sure you start on the right foot, completely free of charge. Think of this as your first smart investment. You're investing a few seconds of your time to subscribe, and in return, you get a tool that could save you from costly mistakes down the road. I see people make these mistakes all the time. They get excited, they jump in without a plan, and they lose money. That's not going to be you. We're going to do this the smart way, the cheap way, and the safe way. Subscribing is your commitment to learning, and my free guide is my commitment to helping you. So, go ahead, hit that subscribe button and let's start this journey together. The world of finance is changing fast, and being informed is the best asset you can have. The information we're about to cover is powerful. It's about a technology that is completely reshaping how we think about money, ownership, and the entire financial system. But with great power comes the need for great caution. That's why I'm so insistent on you getting this guide. It's not just another PDF, it's a distilled version of years of experience, a lot of research, and frankly, a few lessons I had to learn the hard way. I want you to have the cheat sheet so you can skip the headaches, so let's make a deal. You subscribe, get the free gift, and I'll walk you through everything you need to know, starting with a simple story. This isn't just about buying some new digital coin and hoping it goes to the moon. This is about understanding a fundamental shift in technology. It's like learning about the internet in the early 90s. The people who took the time to understand it then are the ones who capitalized on it the most. We are at a similar point right now with crypto and AI. It might seem complicated or even a little scary, but I promise you, by the end of this, you'll have a clear, simple understanding of what's going on, and you'll have the tools to participate safely if you choose to. So, let's get started. Your financial education gets an upgrade today. Let me tell you about a guy named Alex. Alex is just like you and me. He works a regular job, saves a bit of his paycheck, and enjoys a good cup of coffee. Every morning he'd go to his favorite local coffee shop. And every morning he'd overhear people talking about Bitcoin, Ethereum, and going to the moon. He would just roll his eyes. To him, it sounded like a bunch of tech bros gambling on imaginary internet money. He preferred something he could see and touch, like the dollar bills he used to pay for his latte. He thought, why would I risk my hard-earned money on something I don't even understand? It was a fair point. One day, his curiosity got the better of him. The barista, a young woman named Maya, was one of those people always talking about crypto. Alex finally asked her, okay, explain it to me like I'm 5, what is this stuff really? Maya smiled. She didn't talk about complex charts or blockchain technology. Instead, she said, imagine we didn't need this coffee shop's cash register. Imagine you could pay me directly, from your phone to mine, with no bank, no credit card company, and almost no fees instantly. That's the basic idea. This caught Alex's attention. He was tired of seeing processing fees on his bank statements every single month. Alex started thinking. He remembered the time he tried to send $100 to his cousin overseas. The bank took a huge chunk in fees, and it took 3 whole days for the money to arrive. It was a slow and expensive process. Maya's simple explanation started to click. She wasn't talking about getting rich overnight. She was talking about a more efficient, cheaper, and faster way to handle money. It wasn't about gambling, it was about technology making an old system better. Alex realized his skepticism was based on a lack of understanding, not on actual facts. He was looking at it as a stock, but Maya was describing it as a system. That small conversation over a cup of coffee was the turning point for Alex. He went home that day and instead of dismissing the idea, he opened his laptop and typed, "What is cryptocurrency for beginners?" into the search bar. He was still cautious, still a skeptic at heart, but he was no longer completely closed off. He understood that there might be something more to this digital money than just hype. He was ready to learn, not because he wanted to get rich quick, but because he didn't want to be left behind by a technology that could change everything about how he used and thought about his own money. His journey started with a simple question. So, let's break it down just like Maya did for Alex. What is cryptocurrency? Forget all the complicated jargon for a second. At its core, cryptocurrency is just digital money. That's it. It's like the dollars you have in your online banking app, but with a few very important differences. The biggest difference is that there's no central bank or government controlling it. Instead of a bank like Chase or Bank of America keeping a record of all your transactions in their private ledger, cryptocurrencies use a shared public ledger called a blockchain. It's like a giant public Google Doc that everyone can see, but no one can change without everyone else agreeing. This public ledger, the blockchain, is what makes crypto so special. Think about it, every time a transaction happens, say you send 1 Bitcoin to a friend, that transaction gets recorded as a block of information. This block is then added to a long chain of all previous transactions. And here's the genius part, this chain is copied and stored on thousands of computers all around the world. So, to hack it or change a transaction, a criminal would have to simultaneously hack thousands of computers at the exact same moment. It's practically impossible, which makes the system incredibly secure. It's security through transparency and decentralization. Now you might be thinking, if it's all public, does everyone see my name and how much money I have? Not exactly. Your identity is protected by something called cryptography, which is where the crypto part of the name comes from. It's a way of using complex math to secure information. Instead of your name, your transactions are linked to a unique digital address, which looks like a long string of random letters and numbers. So while the transaction itself is public on the blockchain, your personal identity remains private. It's a system that offers both transparency in its accounting and privacy for its users, a combination that traditional banking struggles to provide. So, to put it all together in the simplest way possible, cryptocurrency is a form of digital money that is secured by advanced math, cryptography. It operates on a decentralized public ledger, the blockchain, that isn't controlled by any single company or government. This makes it a global, secure, and often more efficient way to send and receive value directly from one person to another. It's not just imaginary money, it's a new type of financial technology. It's an alternative system built for the digital age, and it's giving the old way of doing things some serious competition for the first time in centuries. And that competition is a very good thing for all of us. Now, let's add another layer to this, artificial intelligence or AI. You hear about AI everywhere now, from your phone's camera to self-driving cars. In the world of crypto, AI and similar smart technologies are acting like a supercharger. They are making the entire system smarter, faster, and more automated. One of the most powerful examples of this is something called smart contracts. These aren't contracts in the legal sense with paper and lawyers. They are simple programs stored on the blockchain that automatically run when certain conditions are met. It's like a digital vending machine for more than just snacks. Let me give you a simple example of a smart contract. Imagine you and a friend make a bet on a football game. You could write a smart contract that holds both of your bets in escrow. The contract is programmed with one simple rule. When the final score is reported by a trusted sports news source, automatically send all the money to the wallet of the person who picked the winning team. There's no need for a third person to hold the money. There's no argument about who won. The contract executes the agreement automatically and transparently based on the data it receives. It's a self-enforcing agreement powered by code. This is where AI takes it to the next level. AI can analyze massive amounts of data to make these smart contracts even smarter. For example, AI can be used to scan the crypto markets for the best lending rates. You could put your crypto into a system that uses an AI to automatically move your funds between different lending protocols to ensure you're always getting the highest possible interest rate, all while you sleep. This field is often called decentralized finance, or DeFi, and it's essentially using smart contracts and AI to rebuild traditional financial services, like loans, insurance, and exchanges, on the blockchain, without the need for banks. So the connection is this. Crypto, through the blockchain, provides the secure and decentralized foundation. It's the new set of train tracks. Smart contracts are the self-operating train cars that run on those tracks, and AI is the advanced conductor, analyzing everything in real time to make sure the train cars are running in the most efficient and intelligent way possible. Together, they are creating a financial system that is automated, open to everyone, and operates 24/7 without needing human intermediaries for every little step. It's a powerful combination that is just beginning to show us what it's capable of. Okay, let's say you're like me, curious and wanting to dip your toes in the water. So, how do you actually start without getting scammed or, losing your shirt? The key is to start small and honestly prioritize safety above all else. Your very first step is not to buy any crypto. Nope, your first step is to educate yourself. And hey, you're actually doing that right now just by listening to this, so you're already on the right track. The next step is to choose a reputable and well-known cryptocurrency exchange. You can think of an exchange as kind of like the stock market for crypto. It's a platform where you can buy, sell, and trade digital currencies using your regular money. For beginners, I always recommend sticking to the largest and most regulated exchanges. Platforms like Coinbase, Kraken, or Gemini are good places to start in many countries. They've been around for a while, have strong security measures, and are generally super user-friendly. The sign-up process is pretty similar to opening a bank account. You'll need to provide your personal information and verify your identity. And honestly, this is a good thing. It's called KYC, or Know Your Customer, and it's a legal requirement that helps prevent fraud and money laundering. If an exchange doesn't ask for this, that's honestly a huge red flag. Just stay away. Once your account is set up, the next critical step is to enable every single security feature they offer. The most important one is two-factor authentication, or 2FA. This means that even if someone steals your password, they can't get into your account without a second piece of information, usually a code generated by an app on your phone. It's best to use an authenticator app like Google Authenticator or Authy, not just SMS text messages, since texts can sometimes be intercepted. This single step is honestly one of the most powerful things you can do to protect your account from hackers. Seriously, do not skip this. Finally, you're ready to make your first purchase. My advice? Start with an amount of money you would be perfectly okay with losing. Seriously, think of it as the price of your education. Maybe it's $50, maybe it's $20. Buy a small amount of one of the most established cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin or Ethereum. Don't get distracted by the thousands of other weirdly named coins promising instant riches. Just stick with the big ones for now. The goal here isn't to get rich, it's to go through the process, understand how it works, and get comfortable with the platform in a low-risk way. I want to share a personal story. When I first got into crypto years ago, I thought I was being really smart. I bought some Bitcoin on an exchange and I just left it there. I figured the exchange has all this high-tech security, it's probably safer there than with me, right? Well, for a while that was fine, but then I started hearing stories about exchanges getting hacked, even big ones. I realized that when you leave your crypto on an exchange, you don't truly own it. The exchange owns it on your behalf. It's like leaving cash at a friend's house. You trust your friend, but what if their house gets robbed? The famous saying in crypto is, not your keys, not your coins. This led me down the rabbit hole of crypto wallets. A crypto wallet is a place where you, and only you, have control of your digital money. It gives you a set of private keys, which are like the password to your personal vault on the blockchain. There are two main types. The first is a hot wallet, which is a software wallet that's connected to the internet, like a mobile app or a browser extension. They are convenient for everyday use and for holding small amounts. But because they are connected to the internet, they have a slightly higher risk of being hacked. They are a good step up from an exchange, but not the final destination for your life savings. The ultimate in security, and what I use for any significant amount, is a cold wallet, also known as a hardware wallet. This is a small physical device, usually looking like a USB stick, that stores your private keys completely offline. To make a transaction, you have to physically plug the device into your computer and press buttons on the device itself to approve it. This means that even if your computer is riddled with viruses, a hacker cannot steal your crypto because they can't press the physical buttons on your device. It's the closest thing to putting your digital money in a locked physical safe. My oops moment wasn't a catastrophic loss, thankfully. I moved my funds off the exchange before anything bad happened. But it was a huge wake-up call. It taught me the fundamental difference between just trading crypto and actually owning it. Leaving it on an exchange is convenient for trading, but for long-term holding, a hardware wallet is, in my opinion, non-negotiable. It gives you true ownership and peace of mind. That lesson in taking personal responsibility for my assets was one of the most valuable I've learned in this space. It's a crucial step in graduating from a casual speculator to a serious, secure investor. The crypto world is exciting, but let's be brutally honest, it's also full of scammers. Because the technology is new and a little confusing, criminals try to take advantage of beginners. But the good news is that most scams are actually pretty easy to spot if you know what to look for. The number one rule is universal. If it sounds too good to be true, it absolutely is. No one is giving away free Bitcoin on YouTube. No one can double your Ethereum in an hour. Any promise of guaranteed high returns with zero risk is a giant flashing red light scam. Just walk away immediately. Another huge scam involves phishing. This is when a scammer tries to trick you into giving them your personal information, like your password or your wallet's private keys. They might send you an email that looks like it's from your crypto exchange, saying there's a problem with your account and you need to click a link to fix it. That link will take you to a fake website that looks identical to the real one. When you type in your login details, they steal them. Always, always, always double-check the website URL. And better yet, never click on links in emails. Go to the official website directly by typing the address into your browser yourself. You also need to be very wary of unsolicited help. If you post a question in a public forum or on social media, you will likely get private messages from people offering to help you. They'll sound incredibly friendly and knowledgeable. They might ask you to validate your wallet or synchronize your assets by entering your private key or seed phrase into a website they send you. Never, ever, ever share your private keys or your 12-word seed phrase with anyone. Ever. That phrase is the master key to all your crypto. Anyone who has it can take everything you own. Legitimate support will never ask for it. Finally, beware of the pump and dump schemes. This is where a group of people hype up a new, unknown coin on social media. They create a frenzy of buying, which pumps the price up very quickly. Then, the original insiders who bought the coin for fractions of a penny dump all of their holdings on the unsuspecting new buyers, causing the price to crash to zero. You are left holding a worthless bag. To avoid this, stick to well-established projects with a long history and a clear purpose, especially when you are just starting out. Patience and skepticism are your best friends in this space. So we've covered a lot. We've talked about what crypto is, how AI is making it smarter, and how you can get started safely. Now let's zoom out and look at the big picture. Why does any of this matter? It matters because we are in the middle of a massive technological revolution, similar to the birth of the internet. The traditional financial system with its slow transfers, high fees, and gatekeepers was built for a pre-digital world. It's an old system running on old rails. Crypto and AI are building a brand new high-speed rail network right alongside it. For the first time, we have a way to send value across the globe almost instantly, 24/7, without needing to ask for permission from a bank or a payment processor. This is revolutionary for millions of people around the world who don't have access to traditional banking services. For them, a smartphone and a crypto wallet can be a lifeline, a way to participate in the global economy. But it's also a big deal for those of us in developed countries. It introduces competition. It forces banks and financial institutions to be better, faster, and cheaper to keep up. It gives us more options and more control over our own money. Now, I'm not saying you should go and put your entire life savings into crypto. Absolutely not. The space is still young, it's volatile, and there are risks involved. But what I am saying is that you cannot afford to ignore it. Ignoring this technology today is like ignoring the internet in 1998. You don't have to be a computer programmer to use the internet, and you don't have to be a cryptography expert to understand the potential of digital assets. You just need a willingness to learn, and an open mind. The future of finance will be more digital, more decentralized, and more automated. Your journey doesn't mean you have to become a day trader glued to charts. It can be as simple as buying a small amount of Bitcoin, moving it to a secure hardware wallet, and holding it for the long term as a small speculative part of a diversified investment portfolio. It can be about learning how to use a DeFi application to earn interest that's higher than what your bank offers. The key is to start learning, stay curious, and take slow, deliberate, and safe steps. The knowledge you gain today will be an incredibly valuable asset in the financial world of tomorrow. Don't let the future of money happen without you. We've reached the end of our introduction, but this is just the beginning of your journey. We've demystified the basics of crypto, touched on the exciting role of AI and smart contracts, and laid out a clear, safe path for you to get started. Remember Alex from the coffee shop? He went from a complete skeptic to an informed participant, not by taking a wild gamble, but by taking the time to ask questions and learn. You've just taken that same crucial first step. You now know more than 99% of the population about this transformative technology. The most important thing now is to keep that momentum going. Don't let this be just another article you read and forget. Take action. The world of digital finance is not waiting for anyone. It's moving forward every single day. By equipping yourself with knowledge, you are future-proofing your finances. You are giving yourself the ability to understand and navigate the changes that are coming, whether you decide to invest a single dollar or not. The goal is not to become a crypto millionaire overnight. The goal is to become smarter, more informed, and more in control of your financial destiny in an increasingly digital world, and I want to help you do that. This brings us back to where we started. I am serious about helping you continue this journey safely. That's why I created the Crypto Safety Quick Start Guide. It summarizes the most critical safety steps we discussed, from choosing an exchange to setting up a wallet, into a simple checklist you can use. It's your map for the first part of this adventure. To get it instantly and for free, all you need to do is subscribe to my newsletter. You'll not only get the guide, but you'll also get ongoing tips and insights from me on building wealth and making smart money moves, delivered right to your inbox. So here is your call to action. Click the subscribe button. It's the simplest, safest, and smartest move you can make right now. Invest in your education. Get your free gift. Join a community of people who are committed to learning and building a better financial future. The journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step, and you are right at the starting line. Let's take that step together. Thank you for your time, and I look forward to seeing you in your inbox.